The word forever is possibly the most overused word in the English language today. Try this new appliance and your life will be changed forever. Really? As if the next latest greatest gadget wouldn't change our lives again, and as if we were going to live forever. But the title of today's devotional is no exaggeration. Today marks the day the world literally changed forever. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Friday, April 15th, 2022. Forever is a long time, a long, long time. When you stop and think about it, forever is longer than any of our lifetimes. It is longer than human history. It is longer than the estimated 4.5 billion years that Earth has existed. It is longer even than the estimated 13 billion years the universe has existed. Forever is infinite time. No beginning, no end, eternity. Even with that, it is no exaggeration to say that Good Friday changed the world forever, or at least for as long as the world continues to exist. It marks a decisive turn in the relationship between God and the world, a change, incidentally, initiated by God. To understand how and why, listen to just a brief portion from Mark's account of the crucifixion of Jesus. When it was noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. At 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, "Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of the bystanders heard it, they said, "Listen, he's calling for Elijah." And someone ran, filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on a stick, and gave it to him to drink, saying, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to take him down." Then Jesus gave a loud cry and breathed his last, and the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. Sounds at first like an innocuous detail, one among many of other details. So what? A curtain is torn in two. What possible difference does that make for us? Well, in fact, it is what signifies the thing that changed the world forever. To understand why, we need to understand what the curtain represented. The curtain of the temple was not simply a decorative item. Don't think of it as a curtain in a window that could be open and closed depending on the light. The curtain in the temple was huge. Think auditorium stage size, only twice as high. But instead of a pair of curtains, this was one single curtain meant as a permanent barrier between the worshipers on one side and the Holy of Holies on the inside, where only the chief priests were ever allowed to enter. Initially, it was meant to keep worshipers and the God they worshipped strictly separate, for God was considered too holy to approach, let alone to gaze upon. In short, the curtain was there to protect us from the awesome power of God. But now, as Jesus breathes his last, that curtain, that dividing instrument, is torn in two from top to bottom. It does not signify judgment on the temple. It signifies that the barrier between God and us mortals has been torn down forever. No longer is our relationship with God at arm's length, mediated through priests. No longer are we separated from God's awesome power. Now God has revealed his awesome power to us in the saving death of Jesus Christ for us. So when I say it was a day that changed the world forever, I mean it. What was proclaimed at Christ's birth, Emmanuel, God with us, has now been fulfilled once and for all. When we return tomorrow, we find that far from simply lying in the grave, Jesus was busy. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.